Hi everyone! So we're gonna hope that I can get through this video without my dog going insane. If you hear sirens in the background, I don't know where they're coming from, but you know, they're back there. So today we're gonna go over, this is Treat Tuesday, so we're going to go over So these are the Plato Thinkers Pacific Salmon dog treats. Okay, we're going to go over these, we're going to go over the ingredients list, we're going to go over any recalls that they may or may not have, the customer rating on a couple of different websites. We're just going to kind of talk about them in general, and hopefully this video won't be too long. The new shades, check them out. Look at that. The whole purpose of Treat Tuesday is that we're going to go over whether it's a cheap brand, an expensive brand of treats, whatever it may be, natural, not natural. We're going to go over the treats and we're going to kind of just talk about them the way they smell. I'm also going to get the bone rating for my own dog, so I think he loves these anyway. But we're going to talk about them, maybe some bad things about it, some good, but let's jump right into it. So the Pacific Salmon Thinkers, they do have different flavors. They also have a chicken, and I believe they also have a, what else do they have? Duck. Duck is the other flavor that they have. They have the salmon, which is what I have. This is my first bag. I think my other bag is duck. I don't feed a lot of chicken as far as food or treats. It has to be really good quality products for me to feed chicken to. But regardless, I like this brand. Plato Pet Treats, they have a lot of good stuff. These are their thinkers, so I'll show you what they look like. They look kind of like beef jerky, but they're for dogs. I have my cat. You're on my filming station. Why? Why? Anyway, so they look like beef jerky. These smell, oh my god, like fish, like you would not believe. They're not the best smelling, so if you have a strong tendency to stay away from things that have a really bad fish odor, you probably won't like these. Now the duck, I know they don't smell obviously as bad. These are made of mostly salmons, which is why they stink really bad. Of course, my dog loves them. So you can see the casing that it's kind of wrapped in. It does have a snappability. I said that. Well, you can see me bending. Snap it and stuff falls everywhere. That's the inside of it. Smells pretty bad. It smells like fish. Not the best. Now if you have little dogs, they don't make these in different sizes. They only make these in like the one size stick. But like I said, you can snap them, and you don't have to snap them that bad. Gently snap and come into little pieces. They are kind of dry on the inside, so the casing obviously is holding in a lot of that good stuff. And my hands smell like fish. Smell my hands. But let's go over the ingredients of these, and then we're going to kind of talk about the treats. Like I said, I like these. I've been feeding the different flavors to my dog. Now I have he's not quite 2, but he eats pretty much everything and anything that I put in front of him. My fiance also loves to feed these to him just because they're, like I said, they're like Slim Jims. So he can just pop one out, he can just give him the whole thing. Of course, my dog devours it. These do not have a good chew time. They will be gone in seconds. These are great just to put in the kennel at bedtime. He's been really good, or to just break it up in pieces and you can hide them wherever, put them in a puzzle feeder, things like that. I like them though. I mean, I don't like them. I don't eat them. Let's go ahead and jump into the ingredients though, because we do have a few to get into. Here's the ingredient list. Hope that focuses. So not that many ingredients if you really think about in terms of, you know, dog food or dog treats. I'm not an expert in pet nutrition. I did not go to school to break down all of these different things. The only thing that I will say is on their website, the ingredients are listed a little bit differently than what's on the back of the bag. I don't know if, you know, they've updated their website. Maybe this is their new batch. I don't know if this is their new batch or what's going on. Of course, the first ingredient is salmon. So that's something that they say a lot on their website if you go to PlatoPetTreats.com. They're big as far as not having any soy, wheat, corn, fillers, byproduct, things like that in their food. They also don't have any like artificial colors, so you don't have to worry about your pet's poop turning that bright red color that we all love to see. I mean, they're good treats. The only thing that we'll get into in a moment is one of the bad things I was just reading up on them. Brown rice. So brown rice sometimes is used as a filler. However, it's not a bad filler. It's actually what they consider a good grain as far as dog food and dog treats go. When you have something that has to hold a certain shape, or you have dry food like kibble, it has to have something in it to hold that shape. Like, it can't do it. You get the same brand of food in a bag, like dry food, and then you go get the can of food, how there's not all the same ingredients, like maybe you're not getting all the grains in your canned food. It's because they don't need the grains to hold the shape of the kibble. So a lot of times your treats and stuff, like your cookies for your dogs, they will have brown rice, they will have maybe pea flour, which is on controversy. Some people don't like pea flour, some people don't mind it because it's a more natural derivative, you know, of a way to hold something together. I personally don't mind it in my dog's food. Trust me, sometimes he eats goose poop. So he's all for the natural stuff. Next ingredient, salt. Of course, everything else has to have salt in it. And you're going into a fat product. It doesn't say what fat product it is. And on their website, they don't say that either. But anyways, this is a source of DHA, which is just good for their brains. Brain development for puppies, for older dogs. The brain is constantly changing, so it does always need nutrition going to the brain. And then you have mixed tocopherol. This is a word that I can't say. Tocopherols. Tocopherols? It's not taco. It's a natural preservative in dogs' food. I have citric acid, which is actually a natural acid that comes from like citrus, you know, fruits. But they use it as like a flavor additive to food, and it also helps preserve things more naturally than a man-made preservative. So you'll find citric acid a lot in a lot of things. Then you have rosemary extract, which is a plant, so rosemary. Also the smell and the taste factor of the treats as well. You have the vitamin E supplement. They do add some minerals and supplements to their treats. Then you have vegetable glycerin, which is fine. It's a food source product. So vegetable glycerin is something that's derived from vegetables, obviously by the name, but it actually helps keep food moist and chewy. It's another natural preservative that we like to use in food and treats. Also have the collagen casing. Like I said, you have the the casing, and you can kind of see it as a bend and snap. And then of course, like I said, it just kind of crumbles and falls apart. So if you don't like the dryness or the messiness, maybe don't give this on the white carpet. Give this in a bowl, give this in the kennel, things like that. Again, I like these treats and I like a lot of the ingredients that it's for. Now on their website, it says that there's pea fiber in there. It also says that there's fish oil. They actually don't have that on this bag. They probably took the fish oil out, and I'm going to tell you why. I did a little bit of research on it. I can hear him whining in there. Come here! Do you want this? Let's come get it. Okay, go. Was that good? You gonna finish the crumbs? Are you happy now? You don't get the whole bag. I was looking up a couple different things, and you know how you go to Google and you start typing in something and then it kind of finishes your sentence for you and you're like, I didn't even think about that. But it's a Plato Thinker recall, and I wasn't aware of any recalls. So apparently these thinkers, and it's just the salmon ones, had really high levels of mercury. Again, they are fish, so you do have the natural fish as the main ingredient. And then like I said, on their website it says fish oil, but on the back of the bag it doesn't say fish oil. And so they're talking about like alarmingly high levels of toxic mercury, and they're encouraging, whatever this website is, Plato recall these salmon treats. Now this was October of last year, so almost a year ago today. I don't know if they have changed the ingredient list like on the bag, or recalled certain bags and then kind of brought out new bags. So they tested, it looks like 31 salmon and fish products off of Amazon. They bought 31 different dog treats. That the main ingredient was fish or salmon, and they tested them for mercury, and they found that the only ones that had really high level were from Plato, and it was their thinkers, so it was these. It was also the salmon strips, so they have these little square chunks, which might actually be better if you don't like to have to break open like the casing. Kind of rephrase what's on the back of the bag. So the back of the bag, they talk about, they call these thinkers because they know that you like to read, you know, what's in the food that you feed your pet. They only use the best all natural and organic ingredients, nutritional needs, no artificial preservatives. They've also included natural DHA to help support brain function. Thank you for taking the time to read our label. And they give you the nutrition benefits, so there's no meat or fish byproducts or meals, and it's a natural source of omega-3. A lot of people know that fish already has mercury in it. A good thing that they tell pregnant people is not to eat a lot of fish while they're pregnant because it can contain high levels of mercury. Plus, like I said on their website, they put fish oil. So they may have been putting too much fish in their product in hopes to make it better, but sometimes too much stuff is not a good thing. It kind of goes over, and this website I will tell you is, and I'll link it down below. It's called Natural News, the world's top news source on natural health. They also have stuff on there like North Korea going on right now. Their lab, you can actually send your dog's hair. You can buy a kit from this lab, so it is an actual scientific laboratory where they test a lot of things, and you can actually take some of your dog's fur and you can send it in, and they will test to see how high the mercury levels are in your dog's skin and their fur. I also say that this brand has higher arsenic than other brands, which again is not a good thing. Talk about that a lot of times the diet for human exposure of mercury is in the drinking water. So there is some bits of mercury in our drinking water. So in the processing plant, there could have been, the mercury gets in the food first from the water source. Too much mercury, I don't know if you guys know this, but too much can actually damage your dog's cardiovascular system. It can damage their kidneys. It can damage the digestive tract, the nervous system. It can do a lot of bad stuff. Okay, so on Amazon, there's over 169 customer reviews, and these treats specifically have 4.5 stars out of 5, which is really awesome for dog treats. And like I said, this article about high mercury and high arsenic is from last year. Excuse me, what are you doing? So on Amazon, you can get a 22-ounce bag, no, a 10-ounce bag for $14.99. They also come in singles, so if you can find somewhere that sells these, you can go on Amazon, you can actually buy a 2-pack. Usually the singles run a couple dollars, so if you want to test drive them, I would definitely find somewhere. Back home in Memphis, Hollywood Feed is a huge distributor of these. They had buy one, get one free on the bags. The 22-ounce are the biggest bags they had, and they had them for $34.99 a piece. Now if you go on to Amazon, you can get the 22-ounce for $25.28. I'm looking right at the salmon. You can also buy a 2-pack of the 22-ounce for $49.34, and then you would get free shipping on Amazon. You can't find anything else about it anywhere, so if you guys have any more information, if you've seen recalls, I'll keep looking. I think they're worth it though. Obviously you don't poison your dog, don't give them the whole bag at once. These are treats, they're meant to be given as treats. You dictate with your own dog what treats are and how often you should give them. I change up his treats, I don't give him the same stuff back to back to back. His treats are usually also very different from his food, so he gets a good variety of stuff. Again, I'm not here to tell you how and what to feed your animals. I just want to get the knowledge out there. I'd be more than happy to open up the duck ones or do research on the duck and the chicken brand as well and kind of put that below. I'll also link different places you can buy this stuff. This is not a sponsored video. Again, I bought these treats. I got lucky and bought 2 big bags for $35, which sounds kind of pricey, but when you start getting the higher quality dog treats, you will start spending more money. On a scale of 1 to 5 bones, I would say 5 bones. I would also say these are very much my fiance approved, which he doesn't like nasty, meaty, stinky stuff, but he will handle these, so I really appreciate that. They're like little Slim Jims, so they're nice, quick to give to the dog, are good quality treats. I will put some more information down below. If you guys have any questions, let me know what other treats you want to see. I'll continue to do one different brand a week for a while. We'll see what all I can find and what we can do, but we'll see you guys on the next video. Say bye.